Washington, this is VOA News. Deadly insider attack in Afghanistan kills U.S. general. 72-hour truce still working between Israel and Hamas. I'm Ray Kouguell reporting from Washington. A man wearing an Afghan army uniform shot and killed a U.S. general and wounded as many as 15 other American and international troops in Kabul Tuesday. U.S. officials have identified the slain officer as Major General Harold Greene, a 34-year Army veteran. He is the highest-ranking U.S. serviceman killed in action since the war in Afghanistan started in 2001. Greene and the others, including a German general, were shot during a routine visit to a military training center in Kabul. U.S. and Afghan officials believe the shooting was an insider attack in which Afghan soldiers turned their guns on U.S. and allied forces. Ayaz Gul reports.
NATO and Afghan officials say the deadly attack is under investigation. A brief statement quoted Afghan Defense Ministry spokesman Zahir Azimi as saying that a terrorist in an army uniform opened fire on both local and foreign troops. He added the attacker had been killed and several Afghan soldiers were also wounded in the incident. Most of those wounded in Tuesday's attack are said to be Americans. Germany's military says a German brigadier general was also injured, adding he was not in a life-threatening condition. Afghan President Hamid Karzai has strongly condemned what is usually referred to as an insider attack in which local security forces turn on their NATO partners. Ayaz Gul for VOA News, Islamabad.
The skies over Gaza remained calm Tuesday night as the first day of a 72-hour truce between Israel and Hamas came to a close, giving both sides a break from shelling, the longest one in almost a month. Although Israel removed troops from Gaza, they've not gone far. According to Army spokesman Lieutenant Colonel Peter Lerner, soldiers are in defensive positions outside Gaza after destroying the last of 32 known tunnels the military says Hamas used in cross-border attacks.
We're not certain that there aren't more tunnels, so we are currently positioning ourselves in line on the defensive line in case there are more activities.
The Israeli troop withdrawal was a key demand of Hamas, whose delegates are expected to arrive in Cairo over the next few days to negotiate a ceasefire extension with Egyptian and Israeli officials. In this latest attempt to end 4 weeks of violence, it's killed more than 1,800 Palestinians, mostly civilians, as well as 64 Israeli soldiers and 3 Israeli civilians. A second American aid worker who contracted Ebola arrived for treatment Tuesday at Emory University Hospital in the southern city of Atlanta, Georgia, and is said to be feeling somewhat better. Nancy Wrightbowl came on a medical evacuation flight from Liberia. Wrightbowl contracted the deadly virus while working at a clinic in Monrovia alongside American Dr. Kent Brantley. Both patients are in the same high-security isolation ward. The current Ebola outbreak in West Africa has killed more than 900 people. President Obama says the United States is making a major and long-term commitment in Africa with $33 billion in new investment. Speaking Tuesday at the U.S.-Africa Business Forum in Washington, Mr. Obama said the new investment and financing commitments will support both African and American jobs. The bulk of the commitments will come from private sector companies like Coca-Cola and IBM. The 3-day Africa Summit concludes later Wednesday. NATO says Russia significantly increased the number of troops on its borders with Ukraine in recent days, bringing the total there to around 20,000, along with tanks, infantry, special forces, and aircraft. A spokesman for Ukraine's National Security and Defense Council says Russia deployed 45,000 troops to the border. Chinese rescue workers continue the search for survivors in the thousands of homes that collapsed following a powerful earthquake Sunday in the southwestern province of Yunnan. The death toll rose to 410 from the 6.1 magnitude quake. A man accused of selling performance-enhancing drugs to American Major League Baseball star Alex Rodriguez and other players agreed to plead guilty. Tony Bosch, the former director of an anti-aging clinic called Biogenesis in the southern U.S. state of Florida, surrendered Tuesday to federal authorities. He faces 1 count of conspiring to distribute testosterone, a felony punishable by up to 10 years in jail. U.S. agents arrested 6 others for allegedly conspiring to distribute steroids to pro baseball players, youth athletes, and others. I'm Ray Kouguell in Washington.
That's the latest world news from VOA.